Hi everyone, Nick here for another love chat. So one of the most common questions I get asked all the time is why I'm so happy. And let's just say that it's a choice that I make every single day to be happy. Happiness is a choice, it's a lifestyle essentially. It's what I fight for each and every day. I thought I would share with you some ways that I am able to connect to my happiness. And the number one way is start by finding who you are. That essentially is the key to happiness, is the true understanding of who you are as a person at your core. And once you realize what that is, what that looks like, everything else becomes more clear. But it starts with you. And it's a hard process to go through, essentially, trying to figure out who you are as a person. And it changes over time. It changes based on life experiences that we've had. It changes through interactions with other people. It changes essentially the more you become connected with who you are and what you want from yourself. Your happiness starts by figuring out who you are, what you're about, what you like, what you don't like, the type of people that you vibe with, and to be so comfortable in that reality that you fight to maintain that sense of you-ness. That sense of you-ness translates to happiness. And that's why I say I fight each and every day for my happiness, because I know what it looks like to not be happy. I know what it feels like and how my life was when I was unhappy. And it started with fighting or not connecting with who I was. And once I did that, once I had that clarity, that understanding in terms of who I was as a person, it all connected, it made more sense. And I am at peace with who I am. I am happy with who I am. I strive each and every day to be a better me. And I want to be a kind person. And I think when you choose goodness and connect that goodness in terms of who you are and what you are as a person, the happiness comes right along with it. But it starts with knowing who you are. You have to know who you are, what that looks like, what you want for yourself. Who you are essentially at your core is the key to happiness. If you don't know who you are and you're living a life of someone else's life and expectations that society may put on you that are so far from your comfort zone in terms of where your soul, your heart and your soul is thriving, if it doesn't align with that, you're not ever going to have this great sense of happiness. And when I say that it's something that I wish I could give people each and every day, I would love to give that to them, but I can't. No one can give you happiness. You have to give happiness to yourself. You have to require that happiness from yourself. You can't get it from other people. I would love to be able to give people happiness and give my happiness to them. And essentially you can help spark joy in other people through your happiness, but you can't make them happy. They have to choose to accept the joy that you're giving them, and they have to choose to use that in a good way and internalize it in that good space that equates to happy. So, what is a way to figure out who you are. There are several ways. This is how I've come to figure out who I am. The most important way is through journaling. Get a journal, write. Just write to your heart's content. Figure out what you're feeling, why you're feeling. Do it every night. Do it as many times as you can. Get the best sense of who you are by asking yourself, how do you feel? Why do you feel? Question why you feel certain things. Journaling can be the most amazing experience in terms of having that connection to all of your senses. It's the best way to put it down, to get it out of your head, to put it on a piece of paper, to get it out of you. You have to get it out, pull it out of you so you know what it looks like, what it reads like, what it feels like. So write it out, journal it out. And through journaling, you can create a vision in terms of what you want for your life. So vision boards are another way of doing that. So I have a vision board here of different things that I choose for myself that it looks like for me that I want to focus on. So a vision board helps to visualize what you want. And once you have a sense of who you are, then you're able to tap into the things that make you essentially who you are and a happy person. That is the key to happiness. The key to happiness is you. Can't get it from things or other people. Things can bring you joy, and people can bring you joy. They can inspire you to choose to be happy, to choose and connect to that emotion, that good sweet spot that's within yourself. That's all they can do. They can't make you happy. They just can't. It starts with you, and starting that process means figuring out who you are, how the you that you have been divinely, uniquely designed to exist in this world as looks like, feels like. You have to figure that part out. Once you figure that part out, once you know what that looks like, once you know who you are, the happiness, that's where the true happiness begins. And the people that you see throughout your day or wherever, however, that you look at and say, wow, you're so happy. I want to be like that. Remember, you can. It's a choice that you make to exist in that specific space. But in order to truly know, to be able to exist in that space, it starts with knowing who you are and being okay with that. That's where it starts.